We are live. Welcome to the Michigan Bros Grow Show, episode 228. Cheers, everybody. Got the
Cheers.
full panel almost. Red and Becker are probably tuckered from the busy weekend at the Fledge, but they might pop up late as usual. And we got Spartan Grown, Dangman Dan, Terra Nation. I almost said Terra Nut Tree. That's a weird combo.
That's weird.
The Terra Nation and Nut Tree 420. Free Girlie's there, but he had to step away for a second. And I'm Big Pone coming at you. So, hope everybody's doing good this Sunday. Chat's already going. Cheers, everyone. I was just about to take a dab.
That's what we should do. We should have a Patreon that gives them an invite to the pre-show because they miss such great content.
Yeah, I filled up 5 gallons of my new tank. That's exciting. Yeah. That was pre-show stuff, guys. And,
the best of the best.
Yeah, the best of the best.
Inside information.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It must be the way your camera is, but to me, your tank and your stand looks on an angle.
It's not, because I couldn't mess with it. Yeah, I couldn't mess with it, and then I was like, wait, no, that's because Indica helped me make that one. That one's solid as fuck, dude. And yeah, it's just the camera, so I don't want to see no comments in chat. But I'm gonna get them. They're gonna be for months, but I couldn't figure out, so I tried to move my thing.
The leaning tower.
There we go. How's that?
Yeah, that's way better. Oh,
so I had to move my monitor.
Oh, that's strange. Oh, because you have the camera on the monitor. That makes
the camera's on the monitor, and the camera can't articulate that way. All right, so that looks better. We'll do it like that.
There you go.
But yeah, hopefully I'll have that up and running this week.
It's vantage point. Vantage.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, are you going to put the 2 that you have on order are going to go in there? Or
the fancy cow ones are going in there. And I'm excited for those. That's after this damn Michigan blizzard finishes. They'll ship those.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a cold one, guys. Hopefully your outdoors done by now.
If not, it is.
And
fresh frozen.
It's fucking 3 degrees all day today.
Get those genetics.
And but yeah, let me get this dab going. How's everybody else doing?
No matter how green your weed was, it's purple now.
It's white. What are you talking about? It's covered in snow.
Definitely.
Brett, is there a score to the game yet?
Last I saw was 7-3 Lions, and last I saw, I don't have the game. I'm not watching.
I'm just glad the freaking Cowboys lost. I hate them.
They played today?
Yeah. Earlier.
It's 14-10 Lions right now.
Oh, there we go.
And the Lions have the ball.
Has closed a little bit.
Yep.
So what's everybody smoking on?
Dude, I've been smoking on Bliss Bud. I feel so good.
Dank Man Dan's Motor Breath is what I was just smoking on. Cheers, guys.
Oh. Cheers.
Cheers for Goldie.
I'm going to smoke Gorilla Glue.
Nice. Curly's got his lines
just
here.
Put our Gorilla Glues into 1 gals.
Hell yeah. How's that motor breath doing?
Look at I found one little
Got that potted also.
Nice.
one little dab of that guy left.
Yep.
Cheers,
We'll
Dave.
have Spartan Puke coming up next.
Nice.
I might have to get you some of those Finos.
I'm picking up a freezer tomorrow from a client.
Like a whole freezer?
Yeah, not nearly as big as yours. We could probably fit 3 or 4 of these suckers inside yours.
We'll call it a cooler.
Yeah, all right, basically. Oh my god, his is a walk-in freezer practically. I mean, it's at least like 12 bodies.
Well, you could definitely put bodies with an S in it for sure.
I mean, you could get a full. I could probably fit both my bucks in that thing, dude. Like,
Yeah.
just hold off until November. Take them in.
But see, the thing is, we do one room and it's almost half full. I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe
we're only doing one room.
40%.
Yeah, Daddy Red keeping us updated on the score. They said the Lions scored again. So
There we go.
2010.
Laporta,
I
Laporta
read
just scored it.
You know, not everyone's seen Daddy Red, but he could be an announcer. He could. You put one of these on him.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, that was a pretty nice play there, yeah. And I could see him do that. I could see him just
Email
having
him
a
the
good
link.
time. Yeah.
Email him the link. Get him on his webcam. Tell him to put on some fake headphones or some like earmuffs, when he goes to those NASCAR races or whatever, and then have him come over here, and every like 17 minutes we'll tie him in, and he'll just give us a quick update. Like,
You know what? Better yet?
What's going on in the game?
Here's what I'd like, Daddy Red. We need a weather guy.
Yeah.
We need a guy. There's a guy in Florida that goes out during the hurricanes. I need a guy that goes out during the blizzards. It's got to be tough Michigander. And I think you're the guy.
Anybody? Why would you wish that on anybody? I don't want anybody to stand.
You know what I want?
It gives us a report. How does it feel out there?
Outside. We've been outside a lot today and yesterday.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
miserable.
I think we need the weather guy from Family Guy. It's gonna rain.
Yeah.
It's gonna rain.
Quick and efficient.
Yeah, dude. And hopefully accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good hope.
So what are you doing outside, Red? It's too cold to be outside.
Yeah.
We got a puppy. We're outside. We're outside pooping and peeing and training.
My dog
Dude,
didn't like walking on the ground.
I got a good dog story for you guys. Speaking of which,
Maybe my dog.
so, yeah, I don't think any of them like that right now. Well, I will say my Mastiff Pit is just loving it. She'll I mean, she wants to come in, but she also wants to play in it. She doesn't really care. But the little Yorkie Chihuahua that's 1/10 of the size of the Pit, he gets out there and he starts doing this little dance like that, and I'm watching him this morning, let him out for the first time, and it's way more frigid today than it was yesterday or the last couple of days, even though it snowed the last couple of days. And I'm watching him, and I see him start doing the dance where he's like, oh, I'm getting a little too cold, buddy, So I run out there and grab him real quick and just bring him inside, and he's kind of like limping, like trying to get the snow off his foot and stuff. And I brush off his, between his little toes and everything. Like bring him inside, and like warm up, buddy, and all of a sudden he just shits right in the middle of the kitchen floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's what you're doing. You're just trying to get out a quick poop, dude.
Well, that's the problem is they go out there, and these are simple minds, and they get distracted. So the moment their feet start hurting or cold or whatever, now they're thinking about that. It's like if they didn't get to the pee or poo.
To be fair, I may have interrupted.
I'll bring them in, and then I'll turn them right about, and I'll wait till feet are warm, and then we'll go right back out.
Oh yeah, no, there wasn't about 2 seconds after I put him down that he was.
Oh,
I think I literally interrupted the middle of it. So I felt bad. And then he, of course, he like goes on his bed and he like cowering. I'm like, bro, it's okay. That was my bad.
Yeah.
It's cold. I get it, dude. No pooping negative 24-degree wind chills.
He's just been going right on the deck. We have a big deck that comes off of the back of our house, and you kind of need to walk, 20 feet just to get the ground. You can go either sideways. He likes to go straight out. And he's just been going right on the deck. He's like, fuck this, I'm coming out.
Yeah.
Poop, goes back in. Problem is, he's a puppy, so he's got to go out every 15 to 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Constantly taking him out. And like letting him out, we could just like let him out and let him go. We are like lead training him, so he hasn't been on the leash all day today, but he's mostly on a leash all the time. And then it's just been snowing, so he goes out with the leash and it just gets all wet anyway. So we're just not doing the leash out in the fucking snow. But he gets out there and he does the dancing around thing too. He gets too cold, but yeah, he'll get distracted and he won't go potty, and then he'll come back in and then he'll potty in the house. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's just
that. But the snow is nice and fluffy and falling, and it came down on what day was it? Friday. It was really fluffy and nice, and he was loving it. And then, it rained and it got all cold as shit. And so now it's like more of like a.
Well, once it turned into that, I can't shovel him a good like little yard spot.
No,
easily.
you got to do it before it freezes, Mr. Florida man.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really think of that.
I've made that mistake too many times in Michigan, man. Like if you got to look at the weather, because if you got snow coming And especially if it warms up like it did, it get a little over freezing, like 40 degrees or something. It's going to start melting all the base of that snow. And then the base of that snow is going to be frozen, but it's going to look like snow on top. Then you go step on it, and it's completely frozen over. And at the bottom is that black ice, a whole sheet of ice. And that's when A, driving really sucks. But B, if you didn't shovel it at that point, you're never going to shovel it because even salt at these temperatures won't work. What are you going to do? Melt ice to immediately freeze it back in place? Like there's nothing you can do. So I don't know, go get out your chisel or
I was like,
I
I put up a little bit of a barrier on our driveway out at the shop this year mainly because people keep pulling on our driveway. But the other reason is in the wintertime, I've been wanting to do this for years, just specifically because in the wintertime, people it snows like this, and I don't get out there for a couple of days to shovel, and people pull in the driveway, and then they compact down all that snow, and then when I go to shovel it, I hit that dunk. The fucking
got ruts.
Yeah, the tire tread marks.
Tire treads in my driveway.
Yeah.
Inverse of ruts. It's embossed. You have an embossed driveway now.
Yeah.
I feel that too.
You're a Bronco. Just drive over it. Why are you shoveling it?
Well, now I got a truck and I'm able to do it. Before, when I had a Focus, my ground clearance was that high.
Yeah.
I had to get all that snow off. I couldn't even pull into my.
That's what you out of the car.
I have a little bit of a bump that gets me into the driveway, and then if the backings from the snowplow came through, I always got to like pull up and like park out front and get out. I always just bring my shovel and shit, and I don't even go in the shop. Put on my fucking snow boots, got my snow pants on, just chuck away at the driveway when I get there.
Beeline it.
Pull the driveway, and then I go inside and do my race. You know, that's just what it takes this time of year when you get out there. But we didn't get to get out there. We had the Third Eye Craft Affair. Shout out to everybody for that. I'll do that in a moment. But we had that going on Friday, Saturday, so we didn't get a chance to get out there and shovel during the storm like I did here at the house, which was really nice because we kind of have a cleared off driveway. It's got a little dusting, the wind blow. You know, we got the
drift.
Yeah, some snow drifts in the driveway, but other than that, we got a nice clear driveway, sidewalk. The shop, not so much. That sucker is going to be a frozen, and I don't even want to hit it with a plastic fucking shovel, dude. It's going to fucking not going to come up. It's going to break my fucking back. I'm going to 4-wheel drive right over top of that fucking thing, and it's going to be there until spring now. After I do that, we create these fucking glaciers. Actually, it'll probably be 40 degrees in 2 weeks, and it'll all melt. So.
Exactly.
-2 right now.
We actually have 4 weeks of sub 20 degree temperatures.
4 weeks?
It won't be until
where you're at?
Well, yeah, that's
where you're at.
I don't think it's.
I'm looking right now. It's looking a lot better than it was earlier today.
You're in a completely different climate than us.
It is. It's not that far, but it is. You know, and
you're closer to the water.
You're way closer to the wall. You're way closer to the wall.
Yeah, he's about the wall. Look at his beard. It's orange.
That's why it's the weather pattern.
He's one of those people.
Our elevation across
some amber in there.
Lower Michigan elevation is pretty similar. We're at like 700 feet down here where we are at. You might be up in the 1,000-foot range or even maybe a little higher. Get up a little bit north, you're definitely in the 1,000-foot. Dan, where are you at? What are you at?
He's up there.
I'm in the valley, actually. I got a really good picture of Michigan. I was going to share it with you guys.
Hey, Daddy Red, we need an update.
Share it.
Well, I don't know how to share it. But.
Jesus.
Another phone one.
Nope. Unacceptable. Send it to me on Instagram.
Yeah, see those little
mountains?
That's pretty cool.
I'm right in that fucking valley there.
Valley, yeah. See, those are mountains.
That's where all the skiing is.
Yep.
Skiing and snowboarding zones.
Yeah, we got some nice.
That was a fun map.
But did you know?
Yeah, it was way cool. I had to save it. I was like,
But did you know that the deepest point of the Marianas Trench, if you take that point,
Lake Superior,
and then you go to the highest point on the planet, Mount Everest, it's only 11 miles apart over the whole planet.
And we've only dug 8 miles deep into the crust core or something.
Only 11 miles apart, but if you walked 11 miles or saw it in a straight line and then turn that up where you're like, oh, that's a good
how about
distance.
climb a 11 mile?
Yeah, but when you look at
11 mile mountain. That's pretty crazy.
Dude,
but when you look at the circumference of the Earth and how many miles
what's the radius of the Earth?
Well, the radius would only be
Radius
halfway
of
through the Earth.
Earth.
The
Yeah, that's
circumference
all
would
I
be
really
all
want to know.
What is it? I'm gonna guess like 11,000 miles.
6,300 kilometers, whatever that is,
Oh wait,
in miles.
is it 1 kilometer?
6,300. You said?
Hang on, I got it. Yeah, 6378.
Oh,
39, 63 miles. So
Oh, I went the
3,963
other way with
miles.
Yeah. See, it's like the
Yeah.
Earth is so huge compared to what we think is huge.
Oh yeah, well that's what. Yeah.
Wait, was that the circumference or
watching
the
this.
diameter?
He
That
said
was
it was
the
no, it's
radius.
the radius. So
Oh, that's
half-
only
I got
the
the
radius?
radius.
That's
Oh,
only
what's
Yeah.
the circumference? Hold on, give me the circumference because I guess like
Oh, the
11,000
circumference
miles.
is
Circumference is stupid.
No, I know, but I'm just
Circumference of Earth
feel like
is
I'm failing math right now.
24,900 miles.
Okay, that's a way. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a lot. Jesus.
Yep.
I saw this thing where they were sending some.
So the Earth's pretty flat. I mean, it's round, but as far as
Wait,
up
going in
and
the
down,
center? It's not
What?
right.
it's pretty
Oh
flat.
god.
Smooth. It's smooth.
It's a dome.
Was Neil
They
deGrasse?
tried to tell us in the Truman
Zoom
Show,
out.
and we
That's
weren't
what I was
listening.
thinking. Baked.
If you zoom out, it's like a cue ball.
Yeah.
It's as smooth as a cue ball.
That's why, yeah.
Was it? What are we talking? Men in Black? The little galaxies in the marbles?
No,
over
that's
there?
what Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That
said.
was really cool. I liked that on Men in Black.
Makes
Well,
you think, huh?
The peaks and valleys of the Earth. Like if you zoom out to a if you make it really, really small, it would look more like a cue ball. You wouldn't even see the mountains because they're
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
it's
Sure.
that smooth.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The,
Yeah.
I was watching this thing where they were trying to do some research down at the bottom of Lake Tahoe. They've like never been down to the bottom. Like Lake Tahoe's got some super deep trenches and like thousands of like something like a mile deep or something like, or was a quarter of a mile deep or something like that. So like talking almost a couple thousand feet deep.
It's
Lake Tahoe. And it's totally undiscovered, uncharted territory. Like we haven't even charted out Lake Tahoe of all places, let alone the oceans. You know what I mean? Like the oceans are huge magnitude, but I mean let's do Lake Superior. You know what I mean? Lake Tahoe. You know, like let's think about that first.
They're just gonna find a bunch of McDonald's wrappers.
Or a Loch Ness monster.
or actual Big Macs.
Space or the final frontier. You know what I mean? Like holy shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. I think we've only dug like 8 miles deep into the earth, and it just got too hot, and we couldn't do it anymore. But yeah, it says Lake Tahoe is 1,645 feet or 501 meters deep, trailing Oregon's Crater Lake at 1,949 or 595 meters, so just shy of 2,000 feet. Tahoe is the 17th deepest lake in the world and 6th deepest in average depth. So that's pretty freaking. Well, that's a lot of water in there.
Yeah, boy.
Looks like pretty clean
Until
water.
California drains it.
Yeah. You think
Until the
in
Lions
the future people could be like,
Michigan for the water.
I only water with Tahoe Lake water. I get it imported. And that's all I water with. Because of the microbes.
I import it from like Illinois and the rest of the West via rainwater.
Evaporation.
Or like terroir. I want the terroir of that, so I use that famous lake water.
Dude. I don't want Illinois water. No offense, Illinois.
I think it could be a thing.
Maybe it's actually where I'm at. Maybe it's more like Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Well, I just saw an article where they're going to start importing Antarctic glacier water. So they're going to cut up glaciers and melt them and send the water to bars.
Great.
I don't think that there's money in that. That seems like it would cost more than it's worth.
Yeah, I'm feeling you on that.
They're probably going to charge enough.
Drain the Great Lakes.
But that's what I was thinking with the Tahoe.
Why don't they just
it looks pretty clear.
Why don't they just take ice out of the ice maker? Why would they go to Antarctica?
Well, that doesn't come from Fiji.
Because when the people, Antarctica.
No, I know they just got the branded Fiji water or whatever too.
Like back in the medieval days, the royalty would commonly have people like run up the mountain to get snow, and then they'd flavor it with shit like strawberries.
Ew.
Snow cones. They had snow cones.
Snow cones, yeah.
Flavor
So
with shit?
but eventually we had some discoveries and we figured out how to cool it and make our own shit. So we don't have to run to the
There's
mountains
nothing wrong with snow cones, though.
or
Well,
running
we
to the
didn't-
glaciers to get ice anymore. We have-
Nowadays, they just run a tube directly from
We've
the
gone
fresh
full
springs
circle.
up the mountain all the way down the mountain to where the towns are and drink that delicious, sweet mountain cold water.
Or
Yeah,
they
that-
just label it as that.
covered in
And
penguins.
the city water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
source.
Yeah.
Plymouth Water Department.
They'll get the address
branded.
right.
Wyoming. Fresh.
I think
spring.
about how old our pipes are. I'm just like, they've never been replaced.
Yeah, like Nestle or Nestle here in Crawford County, they rape our fucking artesian wells for their fucking water, and it's fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, Nestle. Yeah,
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 they're
Nestle
down in
with,
Florida, I think too.
yeah.
That's fucking right out of Lake Michigan too. I think that's
Yeah,
They
they go to the
Nestle
springs. They
bottles
go
an
to
absurd amount of
springs.
water directly out of the state of Michigan for absolutely nothing, and I don't want to pull up those stats right now. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
no, I
gonna
shouldn't
upset
be.
me.
Fashion shit, but yeah, I'm
We'll
not.
bring it up on the late sets. That's
There
definitely
we
a
go.
topic we can do.
Pull up a tab for tomorrow night.
You're going
So-
down, CEOs.
it's 1721 Lions. It's getting tighter.
I would love to
Oh,
discuss the. Oh, dude, it's just driving me
Say it,
nuts.
Red. Say it, Red. Now you gotta say it because I want to know.
He's talking about Nestle, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
fucking Nestle's chocolate's trash.
I don't even like
This is a
Not
place
even
of truth.
chocolate.
This is a place
It's
of truth,
Wonder
Red.
Ball. Wonder Ball's
Bring
trash.
bring it out. This is a place of truth, Red.
Yeah,
This
you're
is a
amongst-
safe space. Speaker
You're
truth.
amongst
Red.
95 safe
Excuse
people.
me. Excuse me, baked. It's Red's turn.
Go ahead.
No, dude,
Red has
because
the floor.
it'll start with Nestle, it'll end with Rockefeller, and it's more suited for late sesh. So
All right.
All right, write it down. Write it
Hold
down.
on.
Oh, anybody got anything new in their
Wait,
garden?
only if you promise to get into BlackRock too. In that meander.
Ooh.
that's like half of the fucking man.
We should probably talk about the banks too, huh?
How about crypto? How about that Ethereum? Let's
Ah.
go, baby.
Yeah, that new SEC.
Yeah,
SEC
rating or
approved
whatever they approved it.
ETF.
Yep. New. We're in the future, Russ.
The only thing
Immediately
What
exciting
does
down
that mean?
7%
My life
day one.
course we
lately
are.
is
It means crypto's here to stay.
We're in the present.
to the
So
reacher.
we're in. We're not in the future. We're in the present.
Well, technically, you're in the future
Why
every
today
second.
is the
I just went in the future. Every
Wait,
second you're advancing,
this
you're
transmission
technically going
delay,
into the future
I think-
as the present.
I think our fans
the
are living
future
in the
or something.
past.
This is
though,
so
because they're
late,
getting a
Sesh.
delay. Shit,
This is
let's
so
move on.
late, Sesh.
So, someone said something about new things in the grow. I got nothing
Yeah.
except I've been harvesting. What are you guys up to?
We have new beans
Uh,
pop.
Yeah, I've got new beans popped. The new berries. They're looking good. All four of them, I think.
We got a lot of transplanting done
Mhm.
over here.
Yeah.
Up potting.
Everybody got up potted and
What from what size to what size? What kind of pots you talking? How big
well,
were they?
clones got up potted to one gals. One gal went to what, all five?
From what? From what? Solo cups, or are we talking Jiffy?
No, we didn't
Root
do
riots.
solo.
The
Root
root
riots.
riots,
Just
yeah.
root
Root riots.
Yeah, I don't do
Every
solo.
time I say Jiffy.
Upside down root riots into the
Into one gals.
well,
Oh, into our
they're we
what's that
we put
called?
them in our
Grodan.
Grodans.
Go down, Trace.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Trays.
Yeah,
That's
I
what we
love that thing.
Yeah, I do too, man.
Love
we
it.
go from there to the 1 gals. So I needed more 1 gallons because I was she wanted me to take those out of the Grodans or whatever. So I needed to take the 1 gallons and put them into the 5 gallons we put them into.
Yeah, everybody went to 5.
I do have some 3 gallons, but the 5 gallons were the ones that were clean, so we just put them in
I
the
want to try to get everybody a little bigger this time. I've not been happy with the yield. I was not happy with the last yield with everybody, so I'm gonna do a bigger pot and see if it helps.
Did you guys do any boosting like with like Azos or Mycos?
Oh
used
yeah,
to-
yeah. When we're first getting started, yeah,
Right on.
yeah.
I use it when I have it. When I run out of it, it ends up being like 3 months before I go buy it again.
I
You know?
definitely notice the difference when you don't use it. I think there's
Yeah, I see
The
some
stalk is
crazy root growth.
Stalk.
You know,
and the
booming.
stalk growth is bigger. I feel like when you use it. It's
Very
terrible.
vigorous.
Yeah.
Shoots through the pots. You know, it's rooting on the trays, and
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy it. Sorry
Yeah,
to cut.
but No, you're fine. No, and other than that, we're really just getting ready to put everybody in flour. I made some more clones, and
What size pots for flour?
everybody's up into 5s.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be 5s, but we're gonna stagger the tents a little bit. I've got one tent that's just not ready to go to flour yet, so they're gonna get probably another week. Probably gonna get another week or two.
We doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many plants per like 4x4, 5x5 area?
Just 6 plants.
Okay.
Per person is allowed in Ohio, so we're
I see.
staying within our legalities.
It's true. Yes.
So 6 per person.
Ideally, how many would you put of 5 gallons per light if you could theoretically have no plant?
10 to 12.
Wow, that many?
What size tent did you say? Because we've got it in our big
no,
tent.
just in the
Yeah.
5-gallon pots. How many
Yeah.
5-gallon pots per 4x4, 5x5, whatever you're working with?
For that tent, I would probably only do maybe 5.
In a 5x5.
Yeah, at a 5x5, but then I'll double that for the 4x8.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Maybe even sneak a couple, maybe 2 more.
Actually, I think I actually have 12 right now on my 4x8, but we might wait and take a few out.
Well,
as
our
they get
pink
bigger.
death bubbas are smaller, are the smallest plant that we have. So we know how much space it takes, so we can sneak those 2 in wherever.
Tuck them in. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's. I mean,
easy.
yeah. You could get like
Very
4
up and
extra plants in.
Yeah,
But
they're
no more-
very-
And that's kind of where I was going with this. Is like I'm thinking about the past grows I've done, and I will have no problem sticking 5, maybe even more plants in a like that kind of 4x4 area, even in 10-gallon pots, guys. But I'm thinking about some of the real bushy plants I've got, and some of those it's like you're struggling to fit even 3 in there, and it's kind of awkward, and that's where you need like those stretchy plants to fill in the spots and stuff. But yeah, when they're stretchy, it's just like stuff them in there, you know. But I guess it depends also how long are we vegging before we're moving, or how long are we vegging in the 5-gallon pots? Put it that way.
This go around right now, just because they're not in top shape in my eyes to go to flour yet. I'm gonna leave these in probably for another week in the 5 gals. But my lights are turned down a bit, and
They've probably been in there for veg for
but they've already probably
half, maybe
oh yeah,
a month and a half or so.
yeah.
So we'll probably kick like 2 months.
We've extended, we've tried slowing them down for a while. They were squashed
Just
in
'cause
this
we were waiting
tent
on
behind us
harvest.
here. They were in 1 gallons actually back here.
Yeah.
They were growing into the lights a little bit, and
Yeah, how many times can you like literally just give them a haircut? Like it's like you're not even worried about taking clones, but you're just like, oh my god, they're stretching. Because I do this I am so guilty of this stuffing way too many plants in a
They
vegetable.
got 2 big haircuts, so
Yeah.
they're
Now,
gonna
would
get
you consider like 18 inches a haircut or 6 inches a haircut?
That's like a guillotine.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah,
I
I do some serious
stopping
stopping sometimes, and just to get things back under control.
Yeah, you have to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's better than losing the strain or like inviting problems like pests and mold, or, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like it's
As long as you have pliable stems too, you know what I'm saying? Still,
also true.
they're nice, softer stems and whatnot.
I think they clicked the wrong button.
No.
Yeah, I think so too.
Whoops.
There they go.
somehow you guys.
Salisbury Farms.
Oh, what is that? Is that her the super gremlin?
Yeah, Super Gremlin and GMO.
Yeah.
Not
Nice.
combined, but 2 separate strains in one container.
Yeah, I love the split.
Yes, I
I'm
love the split.
I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna do a little bit of both on this dab.
I love Super Gremlin too. I was really excited to see that she had that.
Yeah, it's tasty. I've never had
So
it.
good.
I really like it.
Yeti, we had that at Yeti's. It's really good.
Is it Skittles and Gusher pie? Is that what's called? Does that sound familiar? Anybody know?
I do not think so. It's very along like the GMO-y kind of line, stinky like that. It's
I think it's
good.
sweeter. It is a little sweeter though.
It's definitely. I mean, it's definitely sweeter than GMO, but
But it's got
Skittles
the
sweet
that undertone for sure.
rainbow.
It's hard. The only thing that with the split jar is that you can't really smell the difference between them.
yeah.
Having to like block one side to just smell.
Yeah, animal cookies and Sherbanger, maybe. Does that
Oh
sound?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm just Googling it, trying to figure out what actual strain.
A lot of people have had that.
I haven't heard of it.
It's got around.
I'm so far behind on the hype strains, guys.
Yeah, I am too.
What is going to be the hype this year, guys? What is it going to be? Someone tell me.
We know.
Baked would let you.
Nostalgia will be hype.
Well, let's just dictate it. We'll make it. We're calling the hype right now.
OG Kush.
I don't give a shit about this. You know what I mean? It's like I don't.
I know,
Chase
neither do I, but I'm just curious.
Chems and sours. Let's see those come back.
I mean, I'd be okay with that too.
I was
If I
muted.
could
but-
just,
The GMO.
if I could pick something I'd like to
No.
come back, because I'd like to
GMO.
cheese. I think cheese should come back.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one in a minute, Spartan.
Mm.
I think
There have
that's-
been some good cheeses in the past. That is a
Man, none of these modern day growers know nothing about no cheese, man.
I'm saying we need to have cheese come back.
I agree there. That's a good one, Spartan.
Abolish
That
those
is.
That's why it won't be hyped though, because
Maybe if we all start growing a cheese one, then everybody else will.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
come on.
saying. We can move.
Just some UK cheese.
Apollo
Not-
13
not-
cut
not
that I need to
mountains,
switch
but-
to and actually grow it at least without stressing it out. So,
One of the few times I ever had cheese was from Med Grower. He gave me some blue cheese. I still have the jar somewhere handy.
Cheese quake. Bake likes that.
I
one.
smoked some blue cheese the other day. Today. TJ
go.
had some.
Just knocking shit off. But, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, the
What-
cheese
what
quake's
am I-
real good too. I like the cheese quake
is
that
that
No
a-
Tree had.
I like the
nug of
cheese
it in
quake
there.
a lot. Not tree head. Yep, I like that cheese quake.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was that cheesy. It's not that cheesy. At least I didn't think it was.
I don't know how old this nug is, but that's got to be like 4 or 5 years
Yeah,
old.
you could
Oh
tell.
shit!
Smoke it.
That's,
See what it's like.
Yeah,
decarb.
boy. It's sedative.
That's good. That's some night weed right there. Smoke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll smoke it at the end, maybe tomorrow night.
Smoking the last 30 minutes when we're talking about
Oh
food.
wow, Rusty Nails, that sounds good. The mozzarella, that sounds good from CSI. UK cheese in Chem 91. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
So we got our tsunamis, our 5 phenos of tsunamis are week 6 in flower right now, and I see 2 of them that I like. One is like a real purple pheno. The other one, 3 are very similar in structure. So it all is going to come down to smokability and stuff on those. We did pop some new beans. Some shout out to Hewley from Canada up there. I got some of his strawberry cross, and we got that going. And
Ooh, nice.
yeah, we're excited about that. I believe that's strawberries and cream crossed with strawberry. Let me check on that, and I'll get back with you on that. And yeah, man, we're excited for the new stuff. We got Tara's Pink Bubba, and the crosses that you guys gave us, the Chem cookies, and we're excited to run them too. And
Chem's good.
just kind of over the same old we've been running for years on end, and time for some new varieties, new flavors.
Yeah.
Heard that.
Go Lions.
I'll was it halftime? I think it's
Yeah, that's 21-17.
say again. What was the score?
21-17.
Oh, you
have
need
one.
me to pop that up again? This is
I
Daddy,
didn't-
right?
yeah, I didn't see
The
it.
end
I
of
was-
the first half.
Coming to you live. Daddy Red. End of the first half. 21-17.
21-17.
It's too many.
Lions.
This way.
Beer cling.
Cheers.
There you go. There's some the last of the garlic punch that I harvested today for fresh frozen. It is
Beautiful.
all lowers. I
Beautiful.
took more tops than I've ever harvested from a
Oh, it's
4x8.
already bagged up.
Oh yeah, I have all the lowers are.
I
in the
thought I was looking
freezer.
at the plant like upright. I'm like, that is a shit ton of dense colas together.
Oh,
But
I'll,
no, okay.
you have to give me a couple minutes to pull up the actual live plants, but these are just the lowers bucked, and this is what it looks like before it goes in my bag.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
That's basically what we do, Spartan. So it looks very
Those are nice
similar.
buds for lowers.
Yeah.
I was incredibly impressed with how this batch came out. I think I talked about this. It might have been on the Variables podcast the other night, but how after a few years of growing the same strain, you really get familiar with how it grows. And one of the things I've noticed is if I top the ever living crap out of it, it's just going to give me a lot of tiny nugs like that. They're going to be voluminous, and there's going to be a lot of them. They're going to be super frosty. They're going to turn purple and everything. Frost rails on the fan, sugar leaves or whatever. It's going to look great. But if I don't top it, like very little topping, I'm just going to get these massive, voluminous forearm size colas. And they're also going to be super dense. They're also going to be super frosty. They're going to turn purple. They're going to have the frost rails of the sugar leaves, and everything else is going to be the same. It's just like the only thing I have to do is top it more, and I'll just reduce the size of it. So when it comes to harvesting something for fresh frozen, it seems to be the way, just to top the ever living crap out of it, because it makes it easy. I don't have to buck these giant colas down. But if I want flour, honestly, it looks pretty dang fantastic when there are these giant colas of garlic punch going out that are super frosty. Like can't go wrong there either. So give me a minute though, and I'll find the live pictures from like a few days ago.
All right.
How are we looking at the Trichome Forge? What's you got that vet? The next, how big are the plants that are in bed right now?
So
I don't like that smile, man. I don't like.
Yeah, you shouldn't. So the vet's got a little out of control.
I know this feeling.
The main line's good. Papa Burger, Purple Donnie, that was still going here.
Right.
I want to sex test those. And then we have a shit ton of phenos of Soulfire, so that's exciting. They all kind of have their own smell.
Okay.
But I did reset the other project.
All
the other stuff. They were huge already in one gauss. They were like 2.5 foot tall, most of them. So I was just like, we're not gonna finish the room in time. Like, there's no way. We need to be done in the next week or two. Like, these need to be a 3 gal already. It was crazy. So I just reset them all. So now they have their own little cube or clone tray.
Yeah.
And whenever we're like really close, I'll just start I'll just let them go and we'll do it. But yeah, it's not a big deal. But everything else looks great. So yeah, I still got that male. That male's still getting taller and taller.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to basically to try the actually I needed to go out there and get 3 different Spartan Puke Phenos flour. And of the 3
the 3, yep.
And then decide on one of them, because what I want to do is I want to take one of the probably that number, what was on the inside, not first table, the one on the inside
close to the door.
No, well, yeah, it was close to, they both were, one was across from each other, they're both
inside the middle but closest to the door.
Yeah.
Not you're talking about 14, I think.
14. I mean, if I had to go just by looks, I would pick 14, but I want to smoke the 3 of them.
I think 19 should go to Fragoli, to be honest. If there's enough, I gotta look at my list. But because that was the one that didn't have as much looks, but it was more Donnie like, so I think it would do well.
Yeah.
And then 14, I don't know. We might get somebody else to run a small batch for that because it's so small. It's only like, I don't know. I got the numbers somewhere.
Yeah, I would love to, for breeding purposes, I'd love to hit that one probably to that onion male, because try to get the terps from the male, you know what I'm saying?
On to 14,
Yeah.
Yeah, 19 was that kind of fruity one that also was super frosty on the outside when you walk in. But they're both average about 900 grams. And then the other one we saved, I can't remember if it was 5 or 2, but those were either 800 or 900 grams too. Everything was about that. There were some outliers, like, what was this one? 15, I think. Yeah, 15 got 1,300 grams.
Dang.
But I think I remember that one being kind of gross, not in a good way.
Gross,
Not
like too
hooked
many
on life.
leaves.
Yeah, leaves and yeah, just not pretty looking. So that's usually how it is. But
Yeah, they're not all
yeah,
pretty. Some of the Turby ones are the kind of not so
well,
much.
that's why I was telling
bag
him I
appeal.
kind of want to send you 19, but I don't know if it's not. 19 only had 924 grams.
Yeah, send it along with
So,
something else with like 500, 600, 700 grams, and we're good to go.
oh, I definitely could do that. Yeah, we could definitely put a filler in.
Yeah.
Um,
Or I could just fill it in. I guess.
yeah, I mean, if
I
you
mean,
got something
Grape
turkey,
Fun Dip or Garlic Punch, take your pick. It's either Chem and Grape or Garlic and Grape. I mean, I think I know which way you're going to lean, but
I think I know too. He is the GM Ho.
GM Ho. All right, speaking of
Yes.
GM Ho, here's those Garlic Punch pictures before I harvested
there we
them.
go.
You can see they're just like I don't have a lighter next to it or anything, or my forearm, but these are not massive nugs. These are probably 2 fingers wide, nothing crazy. Whereas, I've grown some literal fist-sized ones out of the same strain. Let's go next. There's a little bit bigger of a cola, so that's probably one of the biggest colas or bigger colas, kind of leaning off the side. You can see the nice fade on it, drying out of the bigger fan leaves, just right for harvest. I guess it's the same one, just kind of backed out. You can see the kind of more of the density and the height of different colas. And that's the fresh frozen. So I think that's it.
Would you say the minimum, the minimum amount of material that you run is? That you require?
There's technically, I mean, it depends on who I'm working with, or if I'm working with myself. There's not really necessarily a minimum, but there's an ideal weight, and an ideal weight is about 1,600 grams, plus or minus a little bit.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of wet whole
No.
plant.
No, if like that's the thing. We only have one plant. If we would have had 2 plants, we'd be hitting that all day with every single pheno. But so yeah, it's really not that bad. It's just with a pheno hunt, do we hit it or not?
It adds up quick in the whole plant fresh frozen market.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
let's on a dry weight conversion. What does
80% water weight? Let's just call that.
Yeah, I like to do 80% too.
So 80% of 1,600.
So, well, I was gonna say
you'll lose. So
1,000 grams would be equivalent to about 200 grams dry weight.
So somewhere in the range.
Well, you just have to find the
280, something like that.
The ones that are just worth more. And
320 grams dry from 1,600.
I mean, if that's the way you want to go with it, Dick Van Dan, that's not the route I take. I just find the flavors that I like.
No, not for me, for other people. But yeah,
when it comes to a pheno hunt, especially, you gotta have some room to play with it.
That's an average size plant. It's 3.5 ounces. That's an average size plant.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on a lot of different variables, factors.
Well, you have to remember, Red, these weights are fresh frozen weights, that they're not dry. They're not dry cannabis.
No, we are doing dry. We converted.
No, I converted it. I did 80%. 80% of 1,600. You take off 1,280.
You said it was 300 something.
320, and you divide that by 28 for your ounces. That's 11.4 ounces a plant you would need, or multiple plants. But that's estimated dry weight.
Don't do math when high.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hold on.
Yeah, so 1,600 is the number we're going off of.
Yeah, 320 is the dry weight. Divide that by 28.
Yep,
11.4.
11.
Round it up.
Oh, okay. So it's like
11.5 ounces.
3 little plants. Two little plants.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just like you got to plan for it. It's like if we're doing pheno hunt, we really want it, we could take a clone and run that with it.
If you're talking just bottoms, what does that represent? Like 8 plants, 10 plants, maybe a whole 12 plant?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's just it's kind of up to you. Like, for example, with this garlic punch run, you guys didn't even. I don't even think you saw the scrognet in there. I had multiple layers of scrognet. It was a very deep canopy, and so anything above that top layer of scrognet, I took for flower. Anything below that top layer of scrognet, which was for sure a majority of it, I took for fresh frozen. But I took a lot of tops for flower because of the way I grew it this time, with just so heavily multi-topping it, But I don't always do that. Honestly, most of the time I just take the whole dang thing for fresh frozen. I just happen to grow a full table of garlic punch, and I had so much. I'm like, it's just too much to even process. Like, I just might as well take some for flour, that, and I know people are interested in it. So, that being said, like, you can just take your lowers if I mean, that's fine. And here's the thing: take the bottom like 20-40%, throw it in a vac sealed bag in a freezer, and you can just build up that inventory until you get to 1600, until you get to 32 or whatever, 6400, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be like ace grade A nugs material. I do think that does make a difference, and I think we all know how those lab results vary from tops to bottoms and all that. But ultimately, the terps will be there. You're concentrating everything; it'll be fine. I know what you're growing, man. You're growing fire. It's fire and fire out. So like, it doesn't really matter what part of your plant you're going to take. It's going to be fire.
Yeah, I got really thrown off. I did a run of RSO. And I did a normal. I normally do 2 pounds in a run of extraction, and I got like a little bit. I got maybe like a third less than what I normally do, as far as like overall yield goes. I was really thrown off. I don't know if it was the strains I was using. I did a whole bunch of like lemon dozy dough, which is not very resinous, right? It's probably in the 20% range, but still, it's a lemony.
It's probably higher in terp ratio.
And right. So I don't know. Like, I did another. I mean, I still put some GMO in it. I didn't put strawberries in. I usually put strawberries and cream in it. And I'm wondering if strawberries and cream is like the resin dumper, and it is as far as trichomes, like dusty, them going everywhere. It's similar to GMO in that respect, maybe even more dusty, if you will. But I don't know. It was a yield thing. I don't know what part of the process I altered or changed. I didn't think I changed any part of the process. I drained.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to say, was it like just a temperature thing, or?
I don't think so. If anything, it's been cold. So I don't know. I always put it on ice. I'm going to try a new technique where I freeze the alcohol first and freeze the product first and get everything as cold as possible before mixing them together.
A lot less fats and lipids for you.
That's what I do that in my process.
Yeah, I was thinking that they needed to be frozen after being combined. And then I did a little bit more reading about
I do both.
Vaporization of it. And it's, and during. So what's nice is we don't have freezer space. We don't have an additional freezer or anything like that. And so we got a nice a cooler for our wedding. We got a nice wedding gift. It was a big cooler on wheels, and so I stuck that sucker out on my balcony with a couple Lexan containers, kitchen Lexan filled with the material and alcohol, and just put those outside while we went to the farm one night, and just kept them in the cooler and in that sealed space, and put them out where the temperatures were sub-freezing. It was 30 degrees that night, 20 degrees that night. So it was able to, and it was like the day that the snowstorm was coming through. And then we were able to process that while it was cold. But next time.
And this was your reduced return?
This was a reduced return. Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, so question for you. On your other runs that you've been doing that you're comparing this to, did you freeze the ethanol and or material?
Yeah, I normally get them in the freezer. Yeah, they're normally there's
for how long?
In the freezer, at least overnight. At least.
Oh, okay.
I usually let it soak for 24 hours. And it was outside for 30 hours, 36 hours. It actually.
Well, I mean the temperature reduction will reduce your yield for sure. I mean, that's why I keep my temperatures so low, and why hash makers like Dank Van Dan down there are keeping his temperatures in their hash rooms so low.
Our freezer's at 0, I think we keep our freezer at 0 degrees or something.
I mean, did you do the process outside in the freezing cold versus maybe normally? No, that's not. I'm thinking.
It do the same amount of process. I'm curious if it's the genetics I use. Like
It's probably the lack of resin in the lemon dosi.
I use a majority of lemon dosi though.
Just burned off all those terps, bro.
That's what I would say first.
It had some seeds in it, and so we were trying to get through some of that old seeded material and just run it for our.
I mean, that could have been part of it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you believe that?
But it wasn't that. I mean, it's not like I say seeded, like it's seeded up, but it's like there's some seeds in the bud. It's not seeded.
All right.
It's not like seeded outdoor.
Like a herm issue versus.
No. I mean, there's it's like a few seeds in there that we just.
Yeah, I think I found like one seed from you guys in the year I've been smoking it, but I definitely am gonna plant that seed.
You know, generally we'll cherry pick all the nice stuff and all the easy to trim stuff first, and then when the storage container gets down to like, you know, little popcorns and sticks and twigs and shake, it's like fucking put it in a storage bag and we'll run it for RSO at some point. You know,
Yep.
it's
Don't waste it, right? Might as well just not.
And there was a time where I would trim every single one of those little pea-sized fucking nuggets. You know what I mean, by hand, and I would sit there and do it. But I mean, scale up a little bit so you don't have to do that. And that stuff can go towards other things is kind of where that went. But, you know, if we were still a small band, I mean, I trim down as small little pieces as long as they have density to them. If it has density to it, I'll fucking trim it, man, and put it in the thing. Chunks fall off buds all the time, and, you know, it just adds to great smoke. It adds a little bit of time, you know what I mean? But at the same time, time. It's I don't know. It gets a little bit more. I just always been a flower. You know, just trim up the flower, and then all that other material we'll turn into bubble hash, or we'll hash it first, and then we'll make RSO. And that's the thing, is usually like we'll take some of the trichomes from the material. You know, we'll do a dry sift run, which isn't beating the material with a pulp. There's still a ton of resin on the material, so we just fill our material with alcohol. We don't overload it or do anything with it. We normally get usually it's about a 10% return, you know, roughly in that area, about a 10% return from dry weight to resin. Because we're usually running about 100 grams, we're usually running about 1,000 grams. We usually get about 100-gram return.
So this time you were in like the 666 range. Wait, no, that's how much grams you were using. No, what was your return? I heard 1,000 grams and connected to 2/3. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I have been putting closer to, if I'm saying this now, and we've been using 1,000 grams, I've been putting 1,000 grams into one tote, and I broke that up between two totes. The last
two runs?
The last couple runs I've been using 2 buckets, but I've also been doubling up, and I think I've been running 2,000 grams and not 1,000. I think I did 1,000 grams divided up between 2 buckets, but only 1,000. I think I still did half the material. I think that's why
so you actually got a 66% return on a 50% run. You actually increased by about a third. You're actually the inverse of what you thought happened.
Dude,
you thought you got a third less. You actually got a third more. I'm here to tell you. And with that, I'll be right back.
Math is our strong suit, Michigan Bros.
Solve the thing. I was a little bit worried. I was like, this is weird.
Well, good thing you talked about it.
Yeah, I talked about it. Now I figured out. Yeah, we only did a pound in each side. So
you did less than normal.
Yeah, I did like about 500 grams in each, less than 500 grams. I think recently I've been doing about 1,000 grams in each container because I've been filling them up more. I've been using more like 4. You can get about 3. What are they? 1.75 liter bottles. Is that about the size of a? Is that a handle? A fifth? No, it's not a handle. It's more like a fifth. Is it a fifth?
No.
Is that a fifth? Is 1.75? Half gallon? Is that what there?
Half gallon.
Is that what the little half? No, it's a 1. Either way, it's a 1.75 liter. That's what it is. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
That's half gallon. I think that's half gallon.
Half gallon?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. But anyway, one of those, 3 of those will cover about 1,000 grams. Nicely. I'm sorry, 3 of those will cover 500 grams nicely. And then Again, don't do math when stoned. So here we go.
But doing math today solved an issue.
Math solves problems.
But we're not supposed to do it.
Is math good or is not? I don't know.
I got some good news today baked on the show before this one on Cheap Home Grow.
Yeah, let's hear it.
One of the guys in the chat, Dirty the Grower, I think it was. I was talking about how I would like Durban Poison. He said he had seeds, so he might be hooking us up.
Oh, nice.
We can run some of those.
Yeah. We need a good Durban.
He said legitimate Durban. I was like, all right, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We have pretty good examples. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Urban Poison.
We're gonna have a lot of the old stuff. I think we were talking about earlier what's coming up hype. Honestly, I think gases might be coming back. I think the public's kind of even tired. I mean, they really just look at THC, but I think they're tired of those stupid fruities and the runts. There's so many runts out there now. It's ungodly.
Runts is overplayed.
You're muted, Red. But
that's why. I saw Tara and Nuttree both like doing this down there, like, and I didn't see the puppies because they kind of blended in with the couch and like.
What are they doing?
Well, they were like petting the dogs, like ferocious.
They're having a fit right now, and they're like needing all kinds of attention.
They look like they were just like air shaking. Like what?
One's just attacking
we're over here doing this.
Your hand gestures,
He's like they done lost their power.
Start it time.
Sorry.
That's what we're talking about.
Ruben is sleeping. So.
Yeah, Ruben's not interacting.
Oh yeah.
All right, sorry, Beck. Back to you.
I think I was over with, but I forgot what I was saying anyway, so we're good to go. We got hashtag coming up.
Getting close.
You're talking about the public, not like in the.
Oh, I think the gases are coming back a little bit. Like people get more excited about the gases.
Derek Dussing in chat says white runts everywhere, and might I add, Derek with the proper spelling of Derek. I like that. Very nice.
Like red, I think also like with that, I think comes like older strains are coming back, sort of like things like Death Star and stuff like that. Just the older.
My friends asked me for. My local friends asked me for Northern Lights and shit.
Northern Lights.
Oh, I got some seeds of that. I really need to pop.
White Widow.
Yeah, White Widow.
I was telling Baked it would be cool if we could collect a bunch of. We've already started collect a bunch of the older strains and then offer them as clones to people, so that when we go to these events, like we're talking about gems and genetics, if we could offer some clones to this older stuff out to the public, how cool would that be? To be able to get some of that stuff that everybody's talked about, but nobody can get their hands on.
Yeah, dude, the floral stuff. You know what I mean? That AK-47, that fucking like the Death Star, the OG Kush, the gas. Yeah, the
GG4, Blue Dream.
Yeah, I have the GG4. Thank God.
Blue Dream's gonna come back around. I know.
I'll never get
back.
I got some GG4.
Yeah.
You do this. Was there a touchdown just now?
No.
I do like that motor breath. What'd you think about the motor breath for Rolling?
Dude, it had me racing. I'm not gonna lie. I was ready for this show. Woo, let's go.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good strain.
Yeah, it was nice. I've smoked the concentrate of it before because I ran it for a friend. And actually, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm thinking of Meat Breath, but I've ran Motor Breath too. I think Meat Breath was the one I was thinking of though, because the Meat Breath was just so freaking rank, dude. Like, and I did not necessarily get that out of the Motor Breath.
And this Motor Breath dump's really good too. So, and this is the number 15.
I mean, nice, tight, dense nugs. Reminds me of like Frosty. Like different strain, but you saw the live version of what basically I just smoked. It would be it was nice and frosty and dense and nice little nugs, and I still have some, so I'm excited to smoke more of it. I appreciate that little behind the counter gesture.
And probably
Nice.
your touchdown gesture caused the Lions to get a field goal.
Field goal.
Yeah, field goal. Yeah, it's there you go.
24-17.
His field goal gesture that he did.
Yeah. I guess it's the same, right? It's the same thing. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Was it higher if it's a field goal, or was it?
I think you gotta do real high,
Really?
skinny. Yeah, they always do that. They're like,
Muted.
I'm pretty good at like visual muscle memory. I feel like this.
I just can't reach that high. I'm actually like my too tight.
You gotta do
stretch
some
more.
yoga.
I'm gonna inform
Yeah,
us.
dude.
It's not a gesture; it's a gesture.
Wait.
What?
Say that again.
Not gesture. Gesture.
Hash time. I'm just gonna hit a bowl every.
So speaking of hash time, I'm gonna skip the dabs right now, guys. But I'm gonna process the Storm Shadow next, and I'll be bringing that to the Fledge on the 28th.
Okay, I'm excited to see how that turns out. I mean, it fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a yielder, so I mean.
Yeah.
I didn't like the flower, so I want to see what the extract is.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
I'm excited that one. It's supposed to dump pretty good, so we'll find out. And yeah.
Wait, why are you skipping out of the dab though? You didn't explain that part of it.
Oh, my chest is hurting right now, and
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Just trying to take it easy on it.
Totally.
He's a witch.
But I'll hit this hooter.
This is the smallest baby dab ever. But I'm gonna enjoy it because it's the last of the Trico Forge I got.
Oh.
Double burger.
This dab time will be coming to my.
You guys didn't really talk too much about the Fledge today. How did that go? I didn't want to brave the storm. I said, "Fuck it. It's warm in the house. I'm gonna stay there."
It was scary. It was scary outside.
Well, so for us coming from our part of the state,
no, I stayed warm.
It wasn't bad. It was actually getting more snow, and it was a little bit more wet and stuff down here than it was actually up on 96 and like parallel with Lansing, which I was really surprised. Usually that 96 corridor between 23 and 127 is a fucking nightmare. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Ice out and people in the ditch all throughout there. It was dry. It wasn't really snowing until I got to the Fledge in the morning. It was snowing a little bit down here when I got on the expressway and stuff, but it wasn't that bad. Traffic was really low, which is really nice. Saturday, the snowstorm, and then we got there safely.
You got there safely.
I got there safely.
I had to stay home with the dog.
I had to stay home with the puppy.
He's too young to come quite yet, but we'll take him.
And he's too young to stay home alone. Too young to be crated for that long of a period of time, and all of that stuff. So we we'll get him out there with us as soon as he's capable of
holding his piss.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can take him out every half hour or something. It wouldn't really be a big deal, but I'd be afraid that because he'd be going in the crate every time we come back in, he wants to play all day, So
that many people.
He would be having a fit. He would need to get walked around, constantly. So eventually we'll get there, but we'll see. There's also a lot of stuff probably on the ground I don't want him getting at his age, so we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening.
He's the mascot, though. He's got to be maybe at least the outdoor events like gems and stuff,
Exactly. Yeah.
He'll be there for that one.
We have a whole campsite and everything for that. He'll be at gems with us. He's definitely a mascot, so he's got to get trained up for it. He's got to.
Well, now we have to have our dogs meet, guys.
Totally, dude. Yeah, totally.
They can run around together and just be happy.
Yeah, bring him up. Seriously, just bring him up.
You don't want to meet Boris. He's a just along with other dogs.
Yeah, all of us have dogs up here, which is awesome. So we can all have. DOG unfortunately wasn't able to come out to any of the events. Tara and Nuttree brought the dogs to a couple of events in the past, and Sequence always brought his dog around to the events. And I don't know if they brought his
doing that again
to the events yet, or to any of the meetups or gatherings. I don't know if I've met Bates dogs. But,
hey, listen, I'm not bringing my dogs to events, but we can meet the dogs together.
I know. Dan, do you have pets or dog, cat?
Chickens.
Not no more. Not no more. All we have is chickens.
That's something. That's good.
How are your
Living
girls?
the dream.
Cold.
They're faring just well.
Yeah.
We're still getting about 5 eggs a day. So
Nice, Dan. Very good.
Nice.
yeah. This is their first
How many
year.
chickens?
There's 6, 7 hens.
Nice.
7 hens.
That's awesome. That's a great
Yeah.
ratio for this type of weather.
Yeah, and 1 rooster.
Before we get off into that, I just want to say that the rest of the fledge, it was surprisingly a good turnout. It was a decent turnout, and everybody, as far as vendors and patrons goes, patients and the whole nine, and everybody turning out. It was a lot of fun. And the ride home wasn't bad and anything. So thank you all very much for coming out. And yeah, and we're
Do we extend this conversation to the 28th?
Yeah, we're gonna
Because
definitely 28.
Yeah, because I saw some people signed up already for that. Thank man, Dan.
We'll definitely.
We'll be at the 28th.
Awesome.
Okay, well, so this one was hard for us. It was either go the fledge or go snowmobiling. So
Hold on. Can I throw something out there?
you can.
Red, back me up here. Back at you too.
Yeah.
I think we need to send the ladies to run this event.
Yeah.
Sounds like they want to come snowmobile.
It seems like
let's take the dog sledding.
I'm just saying, it just seems like a lot of the male counterparts to these duos that end up at these shows have potentially other plans, and it seems like the ladies are up to the task. You know what I mean?
Certainly qualified.
Absolutely
Yes,
qualified.
Sure.
I always offer to do it by myself. I'm like, I'll go. You don't have to go by yourself.
Now's your time. Now's your time, Becca. You guys could go out for that some ramen after or something, or some I don't know. What would you guys go?
I'll be down for ramen.
Tara's in.
I'm in. If it involves food, I'm in.
Yeah, Tara could help. Just like some help is nice. You guys for
It can
growing
get chaotic and stuff.
Yeah, it does.
I'll have to go get it. We got an hour or so left. We prepackaged this round. We haven't prepackaged since
Ooh.
2021 or something like that. And Croptober, yeah, we haven't prepackaged since then, and we did some prepackaging this time. I took some notes from Frigaroli and did some little 1/4 ounce jars. Frigaroli does the 1/4 ounce jar.
I smoked all mine. I don't have one to show.
Got one right here.
Oh, there you go. Nice. It's even mine. Sweet.
Yeah.
We were using it as reference.
We were using it as reference.
I was trying to get the sticker off to put one of ours on, and it wouldn't come off. Those stickers are stuck.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
How much time do you guys spend on packaging and trying to figure out your packaging and shit?
Okay. So I will be very honest here, Dan. I come from a business background. I have a degree in marketing, and it's like it at one point in my life was my passion to do like the branding kind of stuff.
Yes.
Now, upon graduating from college with a marketing degree, and subsequently within probably 2 years, becoming what is now known as a cord cutter, I think, like getting rid of cable, and haven't had it since. I am so anti-advertising that ads make me sick, and I have a degree in it. And so taking all that into consideration, I still to this day love packaging the gram or the 3 gram jar of concentrate, or the 1/4 ounce of flour, the 3/4 gram jar, whatever it is, right? I love packaging it, and I love slapping the label on, because I know that the last 4, 6, 9 months, whatever it's been, that I've been working to get to this point, it is now complete.
Yes.
And it is my favorite part of this entire process is putting a label on.
It's laborious. It's laborious. It takes a lot of effort, though. I mean, to put all this packaging together, and you're right. To get it from that seed to final smokable material is a very long commitment, especially when we do it in house. I know people could fight over what they consider single source. But it's very laborious.
It is. It's time intensive, and honestly, like doing pro formas and all that for businesses in the cannabis industry, I see how much, even if you want to give or pay minimum wage, even, you know what I mean? It's just like you're not. It's a lot of money, and especially when it comes to edibles, pre rolls, things like that, like gramming up jars and stuff with concentrates and pre-packaging flour, like that's not too crazy. But when it's at scale, it doesn't matter what it is. Like it takes a force of people.
But for me, like the stickers and that kind of stuff, that takes months of preparation. I have to think about this stuff way in advance. It's not something I can just, because I don't print this stuff at home majority of the time.
Oh, I do. And you know what?
Well, we need to talk. So, I have to plan ahead of time, and get all this packaging together for whatever jars we're running. And, it's,
what sucks?
Ink.
You know what sucks is when you run out of ink.
Well, we have laser printers, and then she's got this thermal printer that's pretty badass.
Oh, yeah, that thing is sick.
Okay, so Nuttree just showed my version 1. That was literally the very first sticker. That's an Avery sticker. I used to use Avery, and I'd order it from Avery. And that's me working with Photoshop. Probably not even Photoshop. It's probably working with like fucking a desktop version of a Word.
MS Paint.
Yeah, right. And just like putting up a blue background and learning to like format. You know what I mean? And inputting a file that's already been read. And here's the thing. The file that I took off of the open source on the internet I found was like a left facing, so I just flipped it, made it right facing. So I was like, flip it over, So, that's the original dog silhouette that I would always use. And then eventually I put it on a black background and decided, because at first I really liked that blue, that light blue, the blue and the red, the way that shined out, and eventually the branding turned into black and red. And now what we have is shout out to Astro Charlie, and Astro Charlie did this mandala for us. And what he actually did is he did this logo. This is the logo that Astro Charlie did for us. And Astro Charlie took this logo and put it inside the mandala. Now we asked him to include this silhouette for the inside of our pre-roll tins. Now this pre-roll tin, it has a sticker of just for our personal little Osley bear on there. But normally it would have this sticker here would be on the, oh, there we go. Frigroli has one there.
I got them too.
We like to do the white and the red for Christmas time. And then, normally we have the.
I love these.
Yeah.
Honest to God, this is my favorite thing in the whole wide world right here.
So
just don't take them to weddings in your breast pocket, because everyone will smell you, including your grandma.
The thing about these two products, right? So here's the thing. We were in a bind. We were like, okay, I'm going to do some pre-packing. Do we want to do Mylars? Oh, God, pre-packing Mylars sounds like just, I don't know, maybe, but it'd be terrible just like out on the table. How are we going to present it? So we're like, all right, Uline ships in a day. That's super fast. These stickers right here, this front sticker and the top sticker, are the stickers that we already had for our pre-roll tins. So we didn't even need to change up or do any adding. We're just like, all right, this sticker fits this perfectly. So here, let me show you. That sticker goes on the inside of these.
Love it.
Tins right there. And then there's usually a plastic divider inside, so you can hold 4. We like to just use them without the divider and keep whatever inside there. But this sticker and this sticker combined, it might be like 50 cents a sticker. I think we, give or take, right? It's like probably 40 cents and then like 55 cents or something like that, depending on the two. The bigger sticker is actually cheaper than the smaller round sticker, believe it or not. But this sticker is custom because it has rounded corners.
Yeah.
Specific for this tin. You know what I mean? But what's kind of nice is that we can universally use them for both items. Eventually, we're probably going to get this logo inside the middle. I'm backwards here. Inside here, and not use the silhouette really, because the silhouette was designed for this here specifically, just as inside like the bottom plate here, But yeah, I'd say that I've spent a decent amount of time as far as like thinking of what I want on the products, but then we definitely hired out to our community as far as hiring out
Designing.
the design. And then from there, I've reached back out to him a few times. He's done things like mocked up a business card for us, or put together like a scan code. He's done some sizing for us for banners and things like that. So it's good to have an artist, so that if you don't know some of the basics of maybe Photoshop, and I could go in and work with the basics, but it saves me a ton of time having him to be able to do that kind of stuff. And he's, we worked out the original offer, and then we've done some trades for some work and things like that. And it's really cool to, be able to work with people within the community as well.
Absolutely.
Artists.
Red, I hate to step on anybody's toes, but I've talked to my wife about this for a long time, and I just told you guys I have a degree in this, and I've never offered my services to anybody in the industry. But you guys have seen my tent, you guys have seen my banners, you guys have seen my counters, you guys have seen my whatever. The caveat here is I am not an artist. So if you need a brand new logo or some sweet artwork or some labels for your slapping new rosin that is I don't know, 6-star, whatever cool things you want to put on there, like I'm not the guy for that. I'm not creating sweet cool artwork like that. But if you need things like a tent, a counter, business cards, labels, anything like that, and you have some artwork to work with, hit your boy up.
Hell yeah. Candy and Crumbs needs one, so we'll be hitting you up.
That, and I've been doing this long enough that I have wholesale accounts at a lot of these places. I'm not going to be like double up charging you. And not that I don't know what everybody's prices out there are, but I've seen some, and it's like, what do you do? What are we doing here?
Are you doing the printing or getting it outsourced with like?
No. I do everything outsourced. I'm not doing any printing in house or anything like that. What I've done for well over a decade now is used essentially open source materials, whether that be templates, artwork, source files, you name it. It could be stock photography, right? That's what I call like an open source file. Something that everyone has access to and can pay a certain amount to use in whatever they're doing. Putting all that together and combining it for small businesses that don't have their own marketing departments, especially in times of recession. That typically is the first thing that gets to get cut, is the marketing budget. Mm-hmm. And so I'm more than happy to step in and provide like a alternative for something like that, especially for small businesses. And I've done it for businesses all throughout the Midwest, more industries that I can even probably rattle off right now. And it's been a lot of fun, but I just have a certain real passion for this particular industry, being that I'm growing in it for 10 years now,
And the reason I asked is I'm just stupid particular about stupid things. Whereas like the stickers are like, well, they're different than this back sticker. This back sticker is more of a paper sticker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's vinyl stickers, there's UV gloss, there's matte finish, dude. They'll
like peel off if you wanted to. You could like
a holographic now.
So all right, so let me give you an example, right? This right here is a permanent sticker. These right here are replaceable. So I can take these and slap them onto something, and someone can so these were made for water bottles. You guys know how I was giving out water like crazy at all these outdoor events. I started taking these stickers and slapping them on water bottles and saying, hey, here's a free water. Also, that's a free sticker. Take it off and slap it on your door or whatever at home when you get there. Because it gives them a reason to take the water bottle home with you and not just trash it with my name on it in the middle of a field or something. But also gives you a sticker that's reusable. And it's not like any extra cost to me to have this type of material than this type of material. And we just talked about the stickers or the wraps or whatever, the labels that are on those quarter ounces, they're not removable. So unless you're taking like a razor or some isopropyl or something, and really you're just reusing it as a stash jar. But it's glass, it's reusable. You can do a lot of different things with that, right? So that's kind of why I like the reusable stickers, but at the same time, it's like, hold on, let me finish this, Red, because I think you'll appreciate this, because at a certain point, people of our smaller size need to not allow it to become something else. You know what I mean? Like I need to not allow someone to be able to peel off 100 Fragoli labels and slap on, sorry, Dink Van Dan, I'm just looking at you, but like a Dink Van Dan label, you know?
Absolutely.
And so there is some value to having a permanent label, but when it comes to stickers and stuff, yeah, make them reusable. You know, I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, I guess people put on a different label on the flower. That's a good point. The thing I always thought of was just like it's easier to clean the jar off, I suppose. But I like the slaps to be thick. They're like weatherproof. You know what I mean? Someone's gonna like stick it up on a stop sign and it'll be there fucking ever. And
it's UV coated. That's the thing. Like, yeah, the like my labels that I print on top of my jars, the labels that you have in your flower bags, like those aren't UV coated, right? We're just printing them at home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally different process, and you know, it's one of those things where you kind of get what you pay for. But if you're like you and I, where we have to have a lot of custom labels available, I mean, dude, you guys, I started, here's a great example of this, and I probably have it 10 feet from me, but I'm not going to go looking for it now.
Rolls are a good example too.
Yes, but hold on. I have a roll of lavender whipped body butter 300 milligram labels that I have not gotten through in over 5 years since I ordered them, because it's a lot cheaper per label to order 2,000 than it is to order 200, guys. You know, so let's order 2,000 of them or whatever, right? And here I am over 5 years later, still getting to the end of this roll. And because of that, and trust me, it's been a thought, not only on my own accord, but from customers too. Oh, well, maybe we should try like an unscented body butter, or maybe we want to do like a brown sugar rub, or like something more like, you know, I don't know, office friendly, or like not so like potent. Well, guys, you're gonna have to wait till I get through these 2,000 labels, because I got nothing else, and
we'll just black
awesome.
that part out.
Right, yeah. Just go around with a brown marker or something.
Well,
sticker over top.
Kind of similar for us, for our rosin jars and our tops and our side labels. We order those as a package together, so we pay for I think about $1.50 a jar. So that's the jar, the side labels, the top labels, and we just have to furnish the material label on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? This is all stuff we have to.
This right? We do the printing on these labels, and these are different, you know, basic Avery template size labels. You can order, you can get them in Office Space, Office Depot, whatever. We get them online, whatever. They're just Avery labels, and then we outsource these guys, and we usually get them from whatever. I've done Avery. I've done all kinds of different companies to get stickers.
Sticker Mule.
I've done Vistaprint stickers. I've done all kinds of different places for stickers in the past. I usually like just getting them in the sheets, and usually in the past there's specifically I was looking for vinyl stickers. I don't know why I always had a particularity towards those specifically, but I mean, I'm flexible, no big deal. I like durability, I suppose. I like thicker
vinyl's the way to go.
Yeah. I like vinyl stickers. You know, I've always been a fan of slaps, and that's usually how I like them, because they hold up. You know, you put them on your gear and they hold up. You know, I've had the other stickers, and they just fade. They will fade. They don't. They'll like scratch fade. You know what I mean? They scratch very easily. So it is a durability thing. You get your slap stuck on the wall. You have Fleetwood, downtown Ann Arbor. You want to make sure that sucker stays there for the next decade, because, dude, we actually have a couple slaps in there. My nephew sent me a picture. He goes, "I'm sitting at this table right here. Look at this fucking slaps on the wall." It was our slap, you know. I'm like, yeah.
Man, you're a legend in the cannabis community, bro. You don't know that? In the Michigan market, you're a fucking legend.
Yeah, my nephew's got no idea. He'll learn. We've invited him out. He turns 21 in March. And we've invited him out, and he's going to come. Hopefully, he'll come out to the 23rd of March, a gathering out there. And we gave him a little invite, so he'll be 21. He'll be more than legal to.
That'll be fun. Yeah. I hope he comes.
Yeah, I do too. He's like, he's got the touch, man. He's cool. He's got those views. Good to have conversations with.
Wait, what type of views? You're making me nervous the way you said it.
Like the esoteric views, those like with grounding and all that stuff, you know.
Oh, okay. All right, just
not political views.
You never know, yeah.
Or manic views or anything.
Does he think the Earth's round or flat?
that's
Oh,
the starting. That is the literal baseline nowadays.
Here's my, he would appreciate. He would probably appreciate the both sides, and he's probably in the same boat as.
Oh no, that's not good.
Don't know, man. We just don't know.
Yeah, we do actually go fly a plane. Go look at some windmills that are 30 miles off the coast.
Careful what you say. Don't just tell people go fly a plane. That's not good advice.
Well, go fly in a plane. Don't go fly a plane. You're right, though, Spartan. I misspoke. Go fly a kite. How about that?
Go fly a kite. Yeah, there you go.
Wow, my mom used to say that.
I know. Where do you think I got it from? Not your mom, trust
That's
me.
old.
Ooh, or maybe
Oh shit.
I just played myself out of my own joke.
We do need a logo, or not really, like a logo or some sort of sign or image for Rosemary's Oasis, of some sort.
Yeah.
Get into the market. We want to get into the market garden. Actually, we want to bring Rosemary, just other products to even cannabis events. Just because we're doing cannabis events, we might as well also. The problem is we can't fit all this shit that we have on one table. We got a 6 tables. We have a 10 by 20 worth of shit. We're like, the store just keeps expanding, and I have a ton of different ideas. And there's dried flowers and shit everywhere that we need to like get into making art. It's wintertime and we're supposed to be making art. Instead, we made a puppy, and like our time's going. Well,
I hope you didn't make a puppy. Fuck. That's
Wow.
Congratulations.
How is
made a
that?
puppy.
All right, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for the late sesh, the making of the puppies.
Don't make
We'll leave
me
that
wait.
for the late sesh.
Love you
I
guys.
figured it'd be fun, like linguistic.
Speaking of misspoke,
Funny.
This one was for the Lions, though, the blue backgrounds. How are the Lions doing tonight? Does anybody have
24-20.
24-20. They're still up. Fourth quarter. 10, almost 11 minutes left.
Fourth quarter.
It's a little too close for.
Yeah, everybody's on the edge.
It'll be an
Rams,
overtime game.
Rams have the ball, and according to
Wild card game, dude. You know they're going to overtime. It's been pre-written.
somebody in chat said they knocked
on it.
Stafford out, though. They took him out, and he was in the med tent.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Look, man, we can talk about this on the late sesh, but Michigan won the championship. They're going to make Lions win the Super Bowl. That way everybody moves to Michigan because we got the water. That's what they're trying to do, man. They want them all here.
People are moving. Yeah,
got
people
the
are moving
best
away
turf.
from Michigan. We're losing people in Michigan. I was just reading an article about that.
Fuck them.
Everybody's moving away.
Telling us they're still
We don't want you anyway.
fucking Ann Arbor.
I assure you, Red. That no one's coming to Michigan outside of Michigan based on the reputation of the water. The
Where'd you
water.
come from, babe? Where'd you
Flint,
come from?
Florida, but I didn't come for the water. Everyone told me
Baked.
don't drink the water.
Baked. Oh, how misinformed you are, Baked.
Well, I'm all
I can think of someone I talked about on the last show
Township is
who
getting
moved
subdivisions built.
who
They're
moved from
moving in.
Colorado to Michigan because of the water, and everything else he had was in Colorado except water on his property.
That's only because Colorado right now has some of the worst water, like Denver.
No, they're just getting it stolen.
Well,
Yeah.
Denver. My buddy lived in Denver, and he had 1,300 ppm coming out of his tap.
Well, that's
Like-
What
silly.
the fuck? That's terrible.
Charge.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah. But no, I wouldn't mind more people coming here. It's good for the roads. I'll fix them.
Traffic sucks.
I don't want to hear fix the roads anymore, dude.
Yeah, if you guys want to come here, just where do we send them?
Who do we send them?
North.
Like
That is the exact opposite. Somebody
Middle of the
delete
state.
that. Somebody delete that. How do we delete
They're
that?
fucking housing north. We can't send them north. They're
Go to
fucked.
Grand Rapids.
Well, you get enough population north, and they'll get internet access, and maybe I'll go north.
If you're gonna stay south, go west.
You gotta
There
send
is
them.
literally
I love it.
fiber in the middle of the national forest in the Upper Peninsula. Yet we
Yeah,
don't.
well, I
have
don't
that
get to
in
live in the national forest, really.
you
That
wanna
doesn't
go
help
north
me.
with the
I'm
internet.
talking about me. I'm talking about me here.
There's
Well, how much money do we have?
Northern Michigan.
Not much.
Telling them about our resources.
Hey, I just want to share something with everybody. I've decided to use my extremely in-depth and well thought out and accurate art skills that I've been talking about all since hash time, and I've decided to, in this time, create a logo for Rosemary's Oasis as you requested.
Holy shit!
I hope
you charge me an hour.
Yes, and it took me approximately 30 seconds because I used an AI generator. I don't know what that is,
Awesome,
but that's what we're going with.
I dig it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna say
It's a starting point, you know. It's inspiration for those artists.
It reminded me
like
of his valance thing he built this summer, his trellis thing. That was
Oh,
I mean, it was pretty. I just
oh,
I couldn't
Dan,
read
that's a
it.
good idea. The trellis. Ooh,
That is a
ooh,
good
a
idea.
little trellis,
Yeah.
a little. Okay, all right. So check
then
this
you
out.
gotta have. Is his name Ruben? You gotta
Well-
have him underneath it.
A little. What is it called? It's a chicken coop. That's not a birdhouse. Chicken coop, and then a greenhouse.
It's a birdhouse.
Some sunflowers.
The big birdhouse.
A gray pit bull and a little Reuben.
you don't want it to be too busy though. You want it to be simple.
It's busy. It's busy. Okay, so
We have a busy version and a
Right.
This is an ADD version. This
The
is for
greenhouse.
everybody else.
Working on it. I'll
Little
be back in about 30 seconds.
and a flower. Dude, a sunflower.
Within our hour.
Oh, we're getting somewhere with these prompts, guys. We might want to keep going.
And the funny part is there should not be any rosemary in the image at all because we fail at growing.
Look at that.
So-
Look at that.
Oh, is that a red
There we
setter? There's
Look
a
at
red setter on that.
We just got to replace some whatever
Whatever
text.
that says.
Why
Damn.
did it say Rosemary's Oasis?
That's a
I
Reuben.
mean, it's
As a
just in
Reuben.
Russian, you know.
It's Kirschky's souvenir.
That's a strange looking dog.
Hey, it's AI generated. Don't look at its paws, and we'll be okay.
Or that his nose was on the side of his nozzle. Or it was like over here.
That's the.
It
That's
was sniffing. Okay,
Yeah.
do that.
He's sideways.
You can't sniff to the side. Oh, I smell
they're always fucking
barbecue.
sniffing
Barbecue.
always
Like roses.
food off your plate and sniffing to. What's that food? Is that food? Is that food? Is that food? Is
That's
that
what
food?
you do.
Well, I do that all the time, of course. I do. Well, right now we got chicken stock. I mean, dude, we got bones cooking on the stove, and it smells delicious. I mean,
Yeah.
all day. Who needs potpourri when you have bone marrow to fucking
Yes, that's the best.
down?
That's
It's better than a diaper or puppy poo.
True.
Yeah, how about none of those things?
Oh, we got an update. We got an update.
A big fat no.
Oh no!
Yet.
Oh, there it is. I told you. The wild card game. They got
How
to
did they get 4 points?
Yeah, wait.
get into overtime.
I think it was 21. It was 21-24.
It was
They got-
2020.
They got
no,
back-to-back safeties.
no, it was 2024. Now it's 23-24.
I don't think it was because they would have had to get back-to-back safeties, and if that happened, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm saying it's 23-24. The Rams just got a field goal.
No, I think you said it was 24-24 tied up.
Oh, we got two different numbers in chat. We got a 24-20.
Grateful. Wait, okay.
What's going on, Daddy Red? What's going on?
Did they get? Did they get a safety?
I need accuracy.
They got a field goal.
Check this out. Check this out.
Who hired Daddy Red?
I use Microsoft AI for you real quick. This one I like. But you can make yeah, the problem is
Homesteader.
it can't spell, period. I did this one without saying logo, and look how realistic this shit was.
Oh wow, dude, that's crazy. It kind of looks like their house, that top right.
I didn't get a specific. Yeah, I know. But check this out. It's the
Why is
armored
it like
armored
Reuben so
T-Rex.
much, man?
That also looks like Reuben.
That also looks like Reuben.
That's so cute.
I
Wow,
don't know.
that's
I
great.
think it was say golden retriever puppy, but yeah, I like the
pretty good.
Microsoft one.
Right.
But I like exactly what you said for girl. You use this to give your artist an idea of what you're thinking of.
Or as an artist, you can use it as inspiration. And
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm
I'm
okay with
terrible.
that. I'm okay with that. Like,
Oh, this is
the more artists, the better. The more competition. Okay, so 24, 23, correct.
He's all passed out.
He's
Daddy
dead
Red,
bugging.
Daddy Red, how many Miller Lights have you had?
Maybe it was just a little little mishap.
Obviously, I mean, the fat fingers, we all do it. I'm just kidding about the
fat
Miller
fingers. It's about the cornea.
I got fat fingers.
This is important stuff. We can't have
This is so
bad
important.
information.
This is why we need to hire him to be in the corner at the bottom, and then he can pop up and give us an update. Because I feel like if he has to do it live with his mouth, he won't give us incorrect information.
At least during football season, we need it.
There's still a lot of time left.
Yeah, but he's got to be wearing a jacket, like suit jacket.
Yeah,
and
it's 10 seconds in
the
the first quarter of
headset.
an NFL
He's gotta
football
cover
game is an
like
hour.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you guys at 11:30.
Dancing with the Kings.
Do we want to take some last minute bets though? It's tied up. There's no better time to redo a bet, right?
What are you talking about?
I mean, I haven't done a bet in the first place, but we can redo
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say, where was the first bet?
I don't know.
What?
You don't remember
Who
what
are
you
you
wagered?
betting for? Who are you betting for?
It was pink slips for gardens, dude.
Mm.
Oh wow!
Good thing there's no such thing as pink slips for gardens.
I have a
It's
hard
just
time.
electric bills.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
pay their
well,
electric bill.
Yeah, like a month. We swapped it for a couple months.
That's actually I kind of like that a lot.
Poker night, my house.
I wouldn't mind. Well, I don't know.
I can't get
You
this
guys'
guy
electric
to
bill
fucking.
probably sucks.
It's not fun.
No, mine's not
I
fun.
know. I feel you.
I don't. Honestly, though, I think with LEDs, my shit's not. To be honest, like terrible.
No.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
mean,
think it. I think I couldn't imagine if I had all 1,000 watts.
It legit saves a couple $100 a month.
It's got to.
going
It's
from the
got
same
to for me.
building with the same everything except the
Yeah.
lights. It's a couple $100 at least a month, and that's not a huge scale. That's just like a caregiver. So
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You're
And that
paying it
rent
off
that
quickly.
fucking costs a lot of money, man.
yeah.
Get some solar panels up in here. Get some solar panels.
Wait till you see my fish room.
Gonna need 20 acres of solar panels, please.
Oh, dude. I really want some solar panels. I shared a video
Nick,
with Spartan today.
I shared a video with you. Remember that wheel, that perpetual wheel?
Yeah.
we used to get.
Is
Yeah,
it a
you-
water wheel that's also a solar panel?
No.
No, it drives.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
No, it drives. No, you put. Do you just share it on your Instagram if you can, Dave?
Alright, I'll get it up.
You've got like little bottles of like Coke, 20-ounce plastic Coke bottles. I guess it doesn't matter if it doesn't have to be Coke. Anyhow, you fill them with water and you close them up. You fill them
Certain
partially with
amount.
water. Yeah, and then you put them on an angle on a wheel, and you do that all the way around, and then you just manually start it, and then that drives an alternator. I'm assuming, and you can drive. You just collect perpetual energy. Just let it run forever.
What is that called? What is the weight shifting energy called? Yeah, what is
There
it
it
called?
is.
So he's able to do a light bulb and a fan.
But imagine if you had that plugged up into like a
giant
power wall.
one. Well,
No,
imagine
just
if you had a
put a
giant
power
one.
wall and keeping your power wall full, and then running your house off your power wall.
Oh yeah, and whenever you're not using electricity,
Right.
this thing's going. But I was
Yeah.
thinking
Oh
of
my
a bigger
God.
one. You put one outside or something that's huge.
Or many of these.
Imagine when
Or a bunch of 'em.
resistance and it not working. You'd be without power.
Yeah,
Is
that
this-
works. That would.
is
Yeah,
this
but
what
that's
a-
the same thing with the power plant.
See, the
Is
bit-
this
the
what
most-
a windmill is?
You'd have a backup
Kind
story,
of.
I guess.
Yeah, well, that's
Because-
what the power bank is.
Yeah, my bad.
But I don't know. The
Looks
thing
like
I was.
Bottles and James bottles on there, doesn't it?
Because if
I
you think
mean-
about it, if we did something like this and generated our own
Yeah.
power in our own house instead of what we do right now is we generate power at a way far away spot, and then we juice the whole circuits with max power load so that whenever people are going to start pulling power, it's available for them. That's so much waste of electricity. If we had batteries where we just
Well, now you're
Support
talking
it
like
at our own-
Well,
Brad.
that's where the cost comes in, is the battery, the storage right now of electricity. But
yeah, that's the
I'm
big-
all for it. I'm all for it. Still, in the end, it adds up to where it's better.
Dude,
Well, I
they
was
were
talking
having
about
brownouts in
the
Brooklyn
Hobbit
County
house I
last
showed you, because they had solar.
yeah, that was dope.
I'll
yeah.
show you this real quick. There's this Hobbit house where this guy's like, "Fuck it." He literally says in the video, he goes, I really did this because I really hate electricity bills.
Yeah.
And so we built this house. It's in Texas, but it's in the ground basically, and it never shifts more than it can't physically because of physics. It can't like shift more than 2 degrees inside ever. Whether it's 110 or 10 degrees out.
Because of the size of his house and how much.
Yeah, he like did the math, and there's only like this door that it's showing, and like one other thing that, but
pool on top.
lets in temperature. But check
Or
this
hot
out.
tub, I guess.
Yeah, he's got like a hot tub or something on top, maybe just a pond. Who cares? It's cool. But he's
Oh, it's
got
a hot tub.
solar. Check it out. Solar, boom. Solar, boom. 2 big old panels up in the top left. If you saw.
How much is that generating you though? That only looks like.
I don't know. That's what I
doesn't
don't
look
know.
much,
Like,
man.
yeah, but maybe. But if you're not a person that uses a lot, and
Right.
you have a battery bank
I'm
system,
over here
that's not a
powering
problem.
a
That's a
dozen
matter of
LED grow
that's a
lights.
matter of weeks. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
For us,
and you're
we
not
have to
seeing
factor that in.
who knows what else he's got going on. He might have he's got a lot of water
Yeah.
features I'm seeing, so he might have something that's capturing some of that energy from the water. And maybe
I guarantee it's not going to waste. I guarantee he's using every
Yeah.
little bit of energy, putting it back into something
Well,
else.
what's really cool is there's lots of technology now coming out. They're talking about putting little windmills or little water catchments within the piping of people's houses too. So if you had a battery, as you drained your shower,
Yeah.
it would be charging the battery. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
they're
not?
gonna
As the
have to
water
plan
comes
it
in
good,
too,
though,
that's all
because
under force.
if it ever clogs
not?
or something, I'm gonna need to get to it easily.
All right, so
So
have
that's
it in
when
your
innovation
utility
is
room.
going to come in.
Yeah, like the drain,
with
the drain.
all the HVAC stuff.
Yeah.
Get enzyme products and just keep feeding enzymes down there and keep everything nice and squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Dude, having a battery and a little fucking mill thing right at right where your shit evacuates your house, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Turn all of your shit into electricity. All of your think about how much water goes down that drain on a daily basis between doing laundry.
You pay for it, dude. If you're on city water, you're paying for water and sewer. So all the water you intake, you're paying for that to go out too.
And not even to like
you're doubling up on it.
Like just to like fucking lower the consumption of resources. It just sounds like why isn't this stuff like?
This is why.
See, I know. The question
is why Ann Arbor is going full electric.
Why? The question is not why. The question is why do we stand for the shit? Why? Sorry.
Ideology. That's why, dude. Ideology, not logic.
No, it's
logic. Man.
It's usually pressure from
idealists,
money, right? No, you're stuck doing a job that you've been doing forever because there's no room for you to move. And you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you have no room to do anything different than that. And they got you trapped.
Doing that because we're institutionalized from the fucking get, and they told you to fucking work 9 to 5, and all fuck comes from Rockefeller. Sorry, I told you it was gonna fucking
Vanguard.
That's some people's lives. I mean, it's unfortunate.
Late sesh.
Easy
trip.
Yeah.
Hard not to get there.
It's hard not to get there. Our whole life
as we get into the late hours.
You can't look around and not see it. You open up your refrigerator, it's just like anger.
Well, it's just I can't remember. My mind's not working the greatest right now. I'm a little high, but some person said at one point something to the effect of when your government controls your job, and they control your food, and they control your media, and they control you. So like the more things that you can unplug the government or unplug anybody, you can take control over it yourself. If you can take control over your food, even if it's a little portion of it, you're taking a little bit of that power back. You take a little portion of your grow your own medicine, you're taking your power back. So just I don't know. I just think the more you can do yourself, the better off you are. But it's also the more that you get pushback on, the harder it is to do. Like try to get off the power grid and see how the power company's gonna like that. Some places that you can't, you have to be. It's like law. They'll deem your residence like unlivable if it's not connected.
Oh, it's cold.
It is cold up.
It is cold. Goodness, we've
Now
got
I'm looking at
cranked
solar.
up to fucking 75, and I'm fucking freezing.
Damn.
It's not a lot more. Maybe 72.
Okay, 73. Still.
We're down to like 66. That's what we're
Oh,
gonna go to.
I've got a lot of clothes on too. Well, he's got an older house, so
Drafty windows.
It's fucking hot in here. 66. I'm fucking hot. Oh, I got a hoodie on this and a hat. So
you have a hat on. The hat is right there.
a warm hat
If you
on.
have a hat on, you're totally gonna switch your
I
whole
have
life up.
these warm slippers on because I have
I
to.
want to put a hat on. Stop it! No.
Barefoot, but the dog won't allow. There you go. The dog won't allow the bare feet. He insists slippers,
Socks.
socks. He tells us this by gnawing on our feet.
Because he's gnawing on your piggy toe.
Getting that whoop juice.
Man, those little,
Inoculated.
Yeah.
those little puppy
Give him
teeth.
a little tarwar or whatever it's called.
They're
One of them went to my thumb earlier like a vein.
Ouch.
They're like little needles.
They're like razors.
sharp, dude.
A
They're so,
gusher.
we both have little cuts all over our hands.
I'd love a gusher right now.
Me too.
I
I
hate
would
gushers.
devour it.
Worse. Those
I
are-
would devour. That's why I don't buy them because
I do
eat
not
the
like
whole
that.
box.
I don't like stuff.
You don't like gushers?
No, I do not like shit that squirts out in the middle.
Oh well, you're not a popular person. Then.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, but she's the one you find at lunch to trade some bullshit to for her gushers.
Exactly. You're
No,
right.
she got bacon in her pocket.
Gross. All right, Napoleon Dynamite. Get them. What the
Always got
fuck?
bacon.
Those were tots,
Oh
man.
God.
Yeah, but you might. It's the whole point of putting food open in your pocket.
It was early in the morning, she said.
Comes in handy. You need
Oh,
it.
Lord.
I didn't have a paper towel, so I just shoved it in there. Shut up.
Bacon?
It worked.
What are we talking
Take it. I just shoved some in
Stick it
my
in your pocket.
It was paper
We
towel.
were doing the
There's
wake and bake one day, and Tara pulled some bacon out of her fucking pocket and started eating it mid shit.
Wait, like cooked or?
Like seriously, just
Yeah,
just chilling
Where
in
did
her
you get that
pocket.
bacon? She's like, I pulled it out of my pocket.
Was it crispy?
That's funny. I had bacon rolled up in my jacket pocket during the wedding.
Hold on, I have so many questions.
I had pocket bacon in my wedding.
Bacon.
All night, I had bacon in my
I
pocket.
love it.
Bacon in my pocket.
I love
I had
it.
no food all day. That was the bacon I ate that morning. I was like, I just wanted to sit there and eat some bacon and listen to some fucking Jerry Garcia and just have a chill out morning because
2 hours.
I had to
before the
go.
wedding.
Well, I had to set up. I had to go set up at the hall. I set up the DJ. My buddy was officiating. He stopped by. He was at the house. And I'm like, you want some breakfast? He had some bacon with me. We were good. And I was like, I didn't want to eat it all. I want to get stuff. But I'm like, you know what? This is all I got for the whole day. I'm not going to be making myself or prepping myself food. I need to bottle this up. So I bagged it up, put it in my jacket pocket. And
He's got a fully deconstructed BLT in his pocket for his wedding.
And I kept getting a little stomach would feel a little weird, feel a little lightheaded. I need a little bit of food in my big pocket.
Get them
That's amazing.
electrolytes in there.
Protein, some salt, yep, some mineral, get mineralized real fast, a little bit of hog.
I love it, dude.
I did not even know that. You
Yeah.
didn't share.
Now we all do.
Is that cologne?
He
No,
didn't
it's my
share.
bacon.
She's
It's
like,
bacon.
Oh, we got home and I was like, holy shit, my pocket bacon. And I'm like,
Sounds like me.
you still didn't share?
yeah,
I've always got shit stuffed in my pocket to eat.
Wow.
Dad, give me some of your tots.
fucking tots.
This is
I
the
was just going to ask when we were going to start talking about food too.
It has already
Yeah.
happened. 15 minutes.
I
Nash,
don't know if I don't really consider pocket bacon food, but apparently that's not the case.
yeah, it's not food that I would.
actually, two channel members now with pocket bacon instances.
Leave me alone in my pocket bacon.
Yep, one by one, everybody's gonna end up going in on the pocket. I mean, you're gonna find the bacon stores very well, guys. It stores, so you can cook up some bacon, degrease the stuff,
I
Just
just-
pull the fuzzies off.
put it in a baggie, roll it up.
Rusty Nails is calling it
I
pig
just
jerky.
eat it then, man. I don't wait for it. I don't
You
I
know,
just-
you
didn't
Eat
cook
it then.
enough, Spark.
The bacon doesn't hang around.
Need a little snack.
I cooked the whole package. I don't eat it all. I don't care.
Oh,
Okay,
You ate a
So-
pound and a half of bacon?
let's go to this, guys. How do you cook your bacon?
I have.
How do you cook your bacon? In the
Low and
oven or on a pan?
I've done it both ways. If I'm in a hurry, I'll do the pan, but the oven is the best if you ask
That's
me.
what I thought.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I
On
tried
parchment
this morning.
for so long.
Yeah, parchment paper is the best way to do it. You just pull
Made
them
some
up.
this morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slow and slow.
Wait. What temperature are you putting this bacon in at?
It was
With
350.
parchment paper.
350.
375.
5,000 degrees.
No.
Because parchment does have an upper limit to its capacity, and that is
I like with
drum roll,
bacon.
please. 420 degrees. Thank
So
you very
if
much.
you cook bacon really low and slow, it gets this disintegration in your mouth when you put it in there, and I just absolutely love that. It's
Tell me
not
more.
burnt.
It does it
Kind
like
of might
melt
look
in your
burnt,
mouth?
but it will just melt
It's
in your
crispy,
mouth.
right? It's crispy. in your
It's
mouth.
not really crispy.
Says
It's
the
just-
same person. That blows my mind. Somebody
That-
who can be that descriptive about how awesome that makes my mouth water when you say that.
Now,
Because then you put it in your fucking pocket and carry it around and let it get cold
that's
and
good.
chew on it later. What the fuck?
That's
Oh,
a different
rubbery.
texture. The pocket bacon,
Right,
you
that's
gotta make it
Bacon
a
at Wendy's
different
and
way.
shit.
I prefer my bacon a little less cooked, so it's like a little squiggly. That's not
No,
bacon.
Ew.
that's wrong, Brad. That
So
is
you
wrong.
can get that,
is
you can get that
objectively
squiggly
wrong.
feeling even if you cook it low and slow.
I like it with a little
I just-
simmer and a little singe.
I want some right now.
I know. We're gonna.
I want bacon.
Who's got bacon in their
Damn,
fridge
me
already
too.
cooked right now?
I haven't had
Not
bacon
me.
forever.
Let's go.
I know what I'm getting as soon as I'm off here. It's not
Ziploc
bacon.
bag.
Again,
Bacon,
I just want breakfast meat. Bacon or sausage.
Dog wants bacon.
bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes.
Oh, I saw the
Pancakes,
cutest
that
little
sounds good
thing
too.
that you take these
Pancakes.
little sausage patties and you like make a little cup in a little muffin pan and then you drop an egg in it and put some cheese on top of it and bake it. I saw that. That looked really good. And I don't like eggs, but it looked good.
For
pancake.
I'd smash some soft pancakes. With it.
Is that
Oh, pancakes.
What is going on?
That's my dog. Stop it, damn it.
Oh,
Tara's talking about bacon and she's angry. Man.
yeah, you got the dog going about bacon.
God, she's being ridiculous and he's egging her on as usual.
I'm sorry.
bacon?
Slide
Bacon.
underneath.
Bacon. Where's the bacon?
For a second, I really didn't know what that was. I was like, is that my fan? I got a fan.
Oh, Presley.
Need some bacon grease.
That was a good sound.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
put some grease on that, Baron.
Oh, man.
On that bear.
Y'all are too funny.
And we are now smoking Dankman Dan's GG4 alive.
Mm.
So
Ooh,
jealous.
perfect one before bed for sure.
There's
What's,
Dan's label. I'm guessing that's the one that he does the printing on. And
Yep.
then there's the label that Dan.
Yep.
There.
Those are from Stick a Plugger.
Well, here-
Shout out to
there,
Stick a Plugger.
Here's Dan's
there fledge next weekend?
with the I like the
The
black.
following weekend, the 20th.
So 2 weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
you're bankrupt
Key.
for growing.
No, the 27th. The 20th is next weekend.
28.
28th. The
28.
Sunday, the 28th.
Oh, it's a Sunday.
Yes,
Yes, this
And
one.
the day off. I can't wait to go. I'm get to spend the whole time. I'm not going to be rushed. Love it.
Nice.
you get an extra minute.
Maybe we could bring.
Got to bring some stuff to Dan for some processing.
Good trial.
Oh yeah.
Not that we're out. We're still good, but
Gotta keep it rolling.
I really
Hey.
like that citrus.
We might be able to bring Ruben if he's
Big Cobra, lime, chem.
So this is
Ooh.
what I called limesicle, and you can see my
Okay.
first
That's
rendition
delicious.
of my possible naming here.
oh,
citrus milk.
Yeah, I'm like,
Try it.
yeah.
So I
It's
threw
good
some
lime.
of that limesicle
That
inside
limesicle's good.
that
Thank you.
lemon darts I have, and oh man, it was a great combination,
I
man.
bet
Dude,
that
I'm
was.
telling you, I'm gonna.
It burned great, man. I think that's something you should do.
I look at. I want to hire you for this. I have right here with me a bunch of glass tips because
yeah.
you got me on these glass tips, right? And I
Nice.
pulled up these glass tips, and I got these papers, and I'm like, I'm gonna do what Dankman Dan does, and I'm gonna try to roll these super fat joints with some, you know, extract in the middle. And I said, no, I can't do this. This is not my forte. I'm gonna bring in someone that can. And so Dankman Dan, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put your ass to work for like a week before the Hash Bash Cup, dude.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I looked at those molds online, dude. I'm like Etsy 3D, you know, clown, or I'm reading chat right now. We milking clowns. Wheeze in the juice. The molds for the donuts and stuff. Like, I looked at them all, and I'm just like, I'm so close to pulling that trigger on the buy button. I'm just like, you know, this isn't my forte. It's just I can't roll a joint, guys. I'm gonna have someone that can.
It's a really great cheap.
I came across was a funky tip. I got a funky tip from somewhere. I don't know where the fuck. I got a fucking a few years ago, maybe. Yeah, they're fun to roll with. They get dirty is the problem because they're reusable and you want to reuse them, so you got to soak them.
Right.
I tell you what, those noodles were a fucking hit.
Well, dude. Okay, so that's what I was gonna say next. Dankman Dan, shout out to Gooman Meds, man. That hold on, I'm gonna remember it. Smash cake, like a doubled up smash cake. It was smash cake flour, smash cake rosin.
Yeah.
I smoked that the other night. I saved it for a minute. That I needed it, and that snow finally came, and I sat out there on the deck and just watched the snow come in while I chiefed on this macaroni noodle with some fat smash cake in it, dude.
Free.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, honestly, as a filter, it works better than any glass, paper,
I love noodles.
whatever filter you got out there. It works
good.
really, really well. What I didn't like about it, and this might be a personal problem or personal issue, but my lips kept sticking to the paper because there is that gap, right, between like the noodle and the paper. And if you're like, if there's nothing but paper, it wants to stick to your lips. But I got over that quickly because it was a really good donut. So
yeah, it was
man.
Great pair.
I bet it was. I bet that was
intense flavor. Shout out to Meg Grower because both of those are from him, you know, and shout out to Gooman Connor for growing it great. He's a nectar for the gods grower, man.
Shout out to Gooman Connor. He gave us a pen of something that we have stashed in the kitchen. I think it's
probably smash cake, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I still have mine and it's still burning strong. I love it. That's my go-to when I'm out and about.
Yeah, that one held the flavor very well throughout
phenomenal
the process of growing it.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Love it.
As far
that
as
one I did not give my kid. I kept that for myself. That was a good one. He did a really good job. That smash cake is good.
Yeah, I would pop that D-Man if you have some seeds available of it.
Oh, yeah.
Anything crossed with wedding cake is a great strain, really.
Well, those Mud Grower ones, man, he's got some frosty strains, like frosty.
I haven't grown anything I haven't liked from him. So
I'm not always a fan, and this is a personal preference thing. I'm not always a fan of the terpenes that he's growing, but like I'm sitting over here in this like citrus corner, and he's going down that ocean road, right? And like it's just a totally different lane than what I'm sitting in. So it's nice to mix it up with what he's got, and I think that might be one of the ones that makes its way into. I don't know if it's smash cake or something else, but I've got I think it's 3 packs of smash cake maybe that I've got. Maybe we'll do it this year. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still working on this next batch of the next pheno, I guess, the raspberry parfait and squirt. Looking forward to those. Hoping to get them.
Are you looking for like a deep raspberry? Is that what you're looking for?
No, I honestly, in the raspberry parfait, it was brought to my attention that it was super high in. I can never remember who between these guys, so I'm just gonna point at both of them. Wait,
I think it was me.
Oh,
yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah, because I noticed Humble Seacomb put that stuff on their website real nice and easy.
Yeah, we brought it up on the show, so I'm sure if you go back, you'll see that it was him.
And then I wanted raspberry for the raspberry, so that's why I brought that one up. I remember, and you went, "What is that?"
Well, you brought it up because it had in its lab results on the website, it's the terpinolene was off the charts, and so that's why you brought it to my attention, and I'm like, I honestly, I have no idea what flavor profile I'm going to get out of this. It sounds like it might be kind of that creamy road again, which I'm okay with now that we're going down the Cobra Milk road. But it's just super high in terpenoline, so that's all I was looking for, strictly on the fact that it was very terpenoline dominant. That's all I got. The squirt I went with because it's got the grapefruit flavor, and I've been missing that, man. I've been really missing that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
Get a creamy grapefruit. That'd be.
How many did you get? It's 5 of each.
Well, yeah, it was a 5-pack of each. They sent me 6. I popped 5, and all 5 have germinated and are now 4, 5, 6 notes high or something like that.
Hell yeah. Yep. All right. Well, damn, it's 11 o'clock. Looks like we got 2 minutes on the Lions game, so maybe they'll win. We'll see.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
No, stay on. Let's stay on. Stay on. You guys can stay on, right?
Go Lions.
You know that 2 minutes is going to be like a half hour, right?
Hey, Biggs.
Well, can I stay up with the boys and Tara?
Biggs, I think I can kill the show, right?
And Becca? Yeah, I'm good. I can stay up.
Okay. I was going to say, Biggs, I'm pretty sure I can kill this if we need to, but yeah, we're 23-24. There's a minute 48. Yeah. We all know that's like another 10 minutes.
Yeah, too bad we don't have a live feed.
You guys got, well, I mean, I could screen share, but it's not.
What do we got for timeouts? I'm not seeing. Does either team?
I don't know. I haven't seen all. Yeah.
There's no timeouts in real life.
Everybody's got timeouts left. 2 timeouts apiece.
They get the timeout. You get a timeout. You get a timeout.
V formation.
It looks like Detroit has all 3 timeouts. Los Angeles has 0 timeouts. There's a minute, 17 seconds, 4 seconds on the play clock. Oh, it's game over. Lions are going victory formation. We're taking a knee. 1 minute 11. We're gonna have to do one more down, I think, for 4th down, and that's game over. Lions win, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
There we go.
Lions win.
Well, join us tomorrow. We got a bunch of late night session topics. Right. Rev wrote them all down, I'm sure. And
we're going.
I can't remember. It was everything in between. Yeah. So we'll be talking about everything. Everyone have a good night.
Cheers, everybody.
Go Lions, I guess. Roar.
Go Lions.